As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Buckeyes will kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Texas's offense takes the field. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Blasted as he lets it go. Ball in the air, intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Here's the handoff. Breaks the tackle. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. They go to the ground. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave him.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they take over with great starting field position, move it 36 yards. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Man, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell. On the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going and trying to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to the ground game on the left. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll leave it with him. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Texas, 0. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to run for it. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. They're bringing heat. Snags it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 25. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Looking for space. It's Baptiste. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could... every play. Well, they did on that one. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to the ground with the running back. Jumped on top of the pile.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Tackle was made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And early on, this guy has flipped on the machine switch. Nobody did that better for the Buckeyes than J.K. Dobbins back in 19. Averaged over 6 yards a carry.
Yeah, and it's really nice.
He's got it. He gets Puts it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the tailback. Nice move, create some space. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw, it's Matthews. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
This guy's seriously not going to go for it this close to his own end zone. I mean, he does have a punter, doesn't he? He spins that thing down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
You got to give this guy credit all season long. He's played well, he's stayed healthy, and he's just executing. With that last throw, he's now surpassed 4,000 yards as we get late in the season.
They'll give it to the back. Makes his man miss. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Buckeyes line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure.
Oh, there's the ball. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Now on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Bulls his way forward. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable 4th-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Snags it on the right. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. The hand to the running back. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Right down the boulevard. It's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. It's still a mountain to climb. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On 3rd down, going up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in 3rd and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy, because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make 3rd and long look like 3rd and short, and pick up a 1st down.
To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Trying to get to it. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, showed a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you just try to put up more stats. Listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats at the end of the season. We look up.
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the